I hit it just about right for a late October hunt in Ohio. The leaves were beautiful, the temperature was just about perfect, and the activity of the deer was picking up. I'm going to issue a spoiler alert. Captain Reddy here forgot to hit start on the action camera at just the right time. So I'm telling you in advance, so please don't ding me on it. This was an amazing hunt. I had beautiful fall scenery, virtually perfect weather, and a very nice deer at the end. This was my first afternoon sitting in the woods. This is where I'll be sitting. Directly behind me is a road, and then there's a hill out in front of you. And you'll see here in this photograph in just a second, there's a red line, which is the road behind me. The X is where I'm sitting, and the yellow is the path of the deer, and the little yellow arrow is the direction I'm looking. It didn't take long before I had a couple of does standing in here with me, and then a small buck comes in and chases them out. This is the next afternoon. I'm walking down this hill to go into a deep ravine in between two hilltops. I've had good luck down in here before seeing some really nice deer, so I'm going to go back and give it a shot today. Unfortunately, when I get down in there, the wind was circling and swirling around, so not ideal. A few years ago, back in this ravine, I almost got stuck in this tree right here while using a climbing tree stand, and the foot platform fell to the ground. I'll post a link if you're interested in watching. It was a beautiful afternoon just sitting down here in the ravine. Unfortunately, I didn't see any deer at all because the wind literally blew from every direction constantly. This is the hill that I'm going to go on top of for the last afternoon hunt. Now, this is a pretty steep hill, and when you start to walk up it, you kind of go up it at a diagonal so you can work up to a ridge and then walk up to the top. But you have to take your time and go slow. Even when it's a little cool outside, if you walk too fast, you'll start sweating, and that's something you don't want to do. I finally made my way to the top of the hill and got settled in on the ridge. Now, directly behind me, it's a gradual slope for about 100 or 125 feet, and then it starts to drop off pretty significantly. When I'm sitting on the top of this ridge, this yellow line just indicates right where it starts to get steep and drop off. Unfortunately, the wind was blowing directly from my back out in front of me, and the deer like to walk from this other side where it's not quite as steep, but they'll walk up this hill here and they'll get on the top of the ridge and start walking, so you usually see them right out in front of you. I got here about 2:30, now it's about 6:30. I hadn't seen the first deer or heard the first sign of anything, and I'm thinking due to the wind direction, it's probably going to be a real low chance that I see anything tonight. Then out of nowhere, I hear something behind me and I think it's a squirrel. And I sit patiently, and all of a sudden I can tell it's actually walking directly towards me. And this is when Captain Reddy strikes. I totally forgot to hit start on my action camera. And the next thing you know, there's a really nice buck standing right here in front of me. So I make the shot with a Ravin crossbow, and then he darts off into the woods to my left in some really thick stuff here, and I hear him crash. I've had really good luck with these imitation G5 broadheads, and this one did a fantastic job. The deer probably didn't go 150 feet. I'm being slightly facetious here, but not much. If it was dark and I didn't have this headlamp, I probably still could have found that blood trail. There's my first Ohio buck. I know there's some that are a lot bigger, but for me, this one's plenty nice. As he walked out in front of me, he was standing basically at an 11 o'clock position facing away from me. I knew if he kept walking, there was a good chance he was going to pick my scent up. So I made a shot where the arrow went in on his left side of his spine and came out his right front shoulder. But this type of broadhead was just devastating. It stuck in the ground probably 4 inches after going through a heavy-bodied Ohio deer. And like I said earlier, the deer probably ran 150 feet max. I wanted to share this deer story with you and once again apologize for forgetting to hit start on my action camera. Hopefully next time, Captain Ready will remember to hit the start button. Well, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.